Hi there, my name is Toby, and today I want to tell you about animal spirit guides. How do we find our animal spirit guide? And I need to explain a bit about it. Now, firstly, really this continues from yesterday's video in which I was talking about a psychic attack I had the night before. It was a real thing because all day yesterday I couldn't stop thinking about it. And both my wife and I had a lot of little mini accidents, 10, 20 times dropping something, knocking, stubbing your toe. I didn't stub my toe, but dropped things. Far more than usual. I can be clumsy occasionally, but this was getting a bit ridiculous. So when you're dropping things, having these little mini accidents, it's like your subconscious mind is waking you up. Telling you, wake up, come on, be here, be aware. Don't daydream, you're daydreaming, you're going off. No, stay here. Your subconscious mind is waking you up. So all day I was doing energy work, thinking about it, building a bubble of protection around our house. And I only went to sleep really when I really could feel, okay, there's a very good, strong bubble now. We're safe, it's fine. So last night just slept normally, back to normal sleep. But another aspect of what happened to me yesterday is to do with this animal spirit guides, protection. And we can all do this. Actually, we can do this straight away. And I'll do a little meditation at the end of this talk that you can do together with me. And maybe you will find, an animal spirit guide in that meditation. But even if you don't, you just learn the meditation and do it at night when you go to sleep. And you might find one come to you in your dreams. Or another time you do the meditation. But we have a little cat. He's a wild cat, he's a tomcat, he's wild, he's a stray cat. He just comes to live with us. He still goes off for a few days at a time. And we do get a bit worried, but he always comes back. So we don't see him as our cat. He's a wild cat that just chose to live with us. And he's not a domesticated cat. It took us years before we could even stroke him. You can't pet him. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, he bite you. He doesn't know. He won't sit on your lap, for example. You try and put him on your lap, he doesn't know. It's like he doesn't know what to do to sit on someone's lap. He always jumps off. So again, it took me years to teach him that I can pick him up. I just kept picking him up until he got used to it. But he still doesn't really like it. Sometimes he does. But the point being, he does his own thing. He's a wild cat. He's like a little tiger. But that night when I had the psychic attack, he slept with me all night. He doesn't, it's quite rare he does that. Stayed with me. And even when I went outside in the morning, I get up very early. I do these videos very early in the morning when I wake up. He came with me outside. I go and get a coffee. He came and sat with me. He stayed with me all the time. He was protecting me. And now cats are very interesting. Cats, again, they use these in magic and protection, guardians, because cats have got a very strong aura. They're independent. This is what it's all about. You cannot control a cat. Everyone knows it. It's the same in the energy world. You can't control a cat. They've got a very strong independence. That's what makes them powerful. So our cat is very powerful. He's only small. He's a tough cat. But energetically, he's going to be quite powerful as well. So he stayed with me. I think he was guarding me all night, looking after me. And I sleep on the floor downstairs. I have to sleep on the floor now. I haven't slept on a bed for years. I need hard floor. It's more comfortable for me. And I connect to the earth a bit more when I'm sleeping. And these animal spirit guides, that is to do with connecting to the earth. It's the earth energy, and you've also got the cosmic energy. Two sort of aspects to the energy. It means they're lower life forms and higher life forms. but both can be good. Here's a very important thing. You've got lower life forms and higher life forms, but both can be good or bad. So we talk about light and dark as good and bad. Mostly it does appear like that, but they're not really connected. Light and dark is not good and evil. You can have light that is very evil, and you can have dark that is very good. We need to understand the distinction. You see, wisdom is the real good. It's wisdom and ignorance. That is the good and evil. Ignorance, even though, evil is willful action that is doing harm, that comes from some deep misunderstanding. You can't see the real wisdom. You think that doing this evil is going to get you what you want, so you do it. I steal it because I want it. And you think, I want that, I'm going to steal it. That's evil. But you basically don't understand. Yeah, you want that, but you won't really get what you want by stealing. You're going to get something else. You're actually going to get into a worse position. Your soul is going to go down, down, down. It won't go up by stealing. You won't evolve. So it's a misunderstanding. But light and dark is not good and evil. So you can have some light beings, energetic beings. They're made up of a higher level of energy, but that's just by chance. But they still could have evil intentions. They're not very wise. They're stuck at that level. See, a light body is a higher level than the physical body, but it's not the highest. Highest level is way beyond, outside space and time. Outside any body, it's bodiless. So we can all find that wisdom beyond even a light body. Now, of course, animals are lower beings, not quite the same level of self-awareness, a bit lower. That does not mean they're evil. No, quite the contrary. Now, there is an interesting connection here to eating animals. Because you might think, oh, you're eating animals, you're not friends with the animals. No, it's quite the contrary. You see, the shaman knew this. The wild people knew this. All the wild indigenous people, they all ate the animals. They would have bush meat. The bushmen would have bush meat. And they eat everything, all different types. Insects, birds, different animals. It's like they're collecting a lot of different DNA. And they would have a very strong connection to nature by doing this. The trouble is we don't understand life and death. We think death is evil, life is good. Very simple understandings. We've been misguided about all this. You see, so if we're eating cows, you think, oh, well, we can't have a cow. A cow won't be our friend. Yeah, but it will. It will. You talk to any farmer that looks after animals, you will find they love animals more. Here's the big one. More than any vegan. It's very hard. Vegans cannot understand this. I can talk about it because I have been vegan. I was brought up vegetarian and I spent a long time trying to be raw vegan because of this belief. I just got weaker and weaker and weaker. The moment I started to eat animal products, after years of this, within weeks I got stronger. And I learned I have a far deeper connection and love of animals now than I ever did as vegan and vegetarian. But I've got an understanding of life and death. Physical life and death does not mean spiritual, energetic life and death. Now, animals are lower life forms. It's not so much like they've got an individual soul, although they have. It's more like a group soul. So when you make friends with an animal, you're also making friends with that group soul, collective spirit of the animal. Now, we don't eat humans. We don't eat each other. Why? Because we are on the level of self-awareness. That is a truly independent soul. And an independent soul has got the ability to reach immortality. A group soul does not quite have the same ability. So when you eat animals, actually you're ingesting them, absorbing them, working together with them to improve, allow them to become also immortal. Okay, it's very difficult, very deep to understand this. Look at it this way. Inside your soul, your energy, you can create a little world, a universe. In that universe, you create a paradise. It's the way I used to see it. Because it was very difficult for me to break that veganism. You know, I had the same idea, I don't want to hurt the animals. You're not hurting the animals. Again, this must be done with high welfare, with love, with a spiritual connection. We don't want this modern animal products, factory farming. No, we don't want that. This is the ancient ways, spiritual connection. And we don't even want these religious ways. Religious ways comes from sacrifice. They're literally sacrificing the animal, and that's called, oh, now that meat, yeah, we can eat that. That's sacred religious meat. No, that's cruelty. If you're going to just, take the throat, let them suffer, that's not nice. That's a sacrifice. That's the same as dark magic. I don't care what you think if you're religious. You see, if you watch me on this channel, you'll know I've just got to say it the way I see it. I'm not here to tell people what they want to hear. I can't. I have to tell the truth as I see it. And I understand things in the way of the ether, the energy. This is ancient. This is shamanic. This is how the magic works. These are all energy games. So you've got to do it, in a nice way, instantaneous death, and you do it with energy, with love. You see the way the Bushmen, some of the Bushmen in South Africa, the way they hunt. They've got a little bow and arrow, they shoot the animal, it's a little prick, but in there's a toxin, so they slowly go to sleep. The animal just goes off, slowly goes to sleep, and the Bushmen will track it for a couple of days. And in their doing meditation, they talk to the animal, connect to the spirit. They're thanking it. They have a great love for it. They've made a connection with the animal. That animal is a spirit guide protector for them, even though they're going to eat the body. It's very difficult to get your head around this. Anyway, eventually it's gone to sleep. Then they can dispatch it, but they do it with a meditation, with a prayer, with a feeling. They're shaman. They are part of the cycle of life and death. It's the way it works. Physical life and death is not a big deal. We are all just so materialistic. We can't see past physical life and death. Don't understand it. And of course, like I said, you're ingesting all the different DNAs, different biological material from different animals. Now, again, you would have cannibals. They did have them. And the idea was to ingest the energy of your enemy. You get the power. There is an element of truth to that. But that is a crossover point. You are now denying a certain being, a self-conscious being, the chance to gain immortality. You have to let them do that. You know, if you go and harm another human, yeah, that's evil. However, if you do it in self-defense, no, that's justice. All of this requires wisdom. Okay, so spirit guide. Now, like I said, you might have a favourite animal. You might already have a connection. But the shaman, like I said, will connect to all animals, all of them. All going to be your spirit guides. And I've had many, many different ones. Sometimes they come to me. I've had birds of prey, you know. I've had even a dragon. You can have dragon. A dragon is an interesting thing. You see, you can have crossover. It could be a mythological, but it's an energy being. Very powerful. It's a lizard, you know, but it's a lizard with awareness. High consciousness lizard, you could call a dragon. And you have smaller, you know, etheric beings. Fairies. People talk about fairies. These are lower life forms, but just energetic, not physical. Little bubbles of etheric energy living in nature. In a place of powerful nature, like a vortex of ether, is created in a natural environment. A little fairy ring, you see fairy rings, little flowers in a circle, little vortex of ether. There you can have little etheric beings. Low-level living beings in the ether. So usually we want higher level ones to help us. You know, psychics will have spirit guides. They usually talk to them, higher beings. But you can have lower ones. The shaman will have the animals as well. And the shaman can also transform into an animal. Once you've made a connection to an animal spirit, it's like you can borrow that body, the energy body. It's not physical. It's not like the werewolf, you change. No, you can't have that. A body made of atoms, cells and bacteria is limited. You can't do that changing with it. A light body, an energy body, yes, you can. And you are spirit. Your spirit can go into a different energy body, as well as go into a different physical body. So a shaman can go into an animal, experience moving around in the energy world as an animal, in that morphology. Now, interestingly, the last animal spirit guide I had was a big cat. And it came quite recently. I don't know, a few weeks ago. It comes in my dreams sometimes. I used to do a lot more work with this. I don't think about it that much now. It just comes to me sometimes. You notice it. But I've got a love for all animals, all nature. I've just got a deep love for it. I've accepted I'm part of all this. We're all part of the ether, the natural force. Allow yourself to become part of this. It's a flow, a movement. And physically that flow, that movement manifests as life and death. In your body, the cells are eating other cells. Bacteria are killing and eating other bacteria all the time. That's how balance is maintained. That's not evil. See, if you want to be a vegan and you don't want to hurt any animals, right, you better stop breathing. As you breathe, you're killing bacteria. You better stop fighting back inside your body. Your bacteria better not kill any other bacteria. You better not do any farming. You cannot grow crops. If you grow crops, you're killing a lot of animals in the ground to grow that crop. You better not eat any fruit. You know, you're denying the insects, the birds, the chance to eat. You better just die. You've got to wake up to this. Again, if you're vegan, vegetarian, you might really not like me right now. I can understand that. I've been there. But do some deep meditation. Face up to this. Please. Please. I'm saying it for your own benefit. I've been there. You've got to get a stronger body. This is the way you actually connect to nature. And if you go to a farm, organic farm, find one, get some raw organic milk. You'll see. Try goat's milk. It's the easiest one, the safest one. You'll see the energy increase. See the love the farmer has for the animals. When you drink that milk, you're drinking that love. Your body needs it. The mitochondria need biological material. It's ready to eat. Your body is designed to do this. Like I said, my animal spirit guide was a big cat. Not a tiger. It was like a sort of snow leopard, big one. It just came to me in my dream. It was at night, sleeping in my dream. You see it, a vision. Oh, there's the cat. And I wake up. Oh, that's lovely. I got another spirit guide coming to protect me. And that's like my cat. Now we look after a little cat, but the whole cat kingdom, the spirit of the cat, whenever we see cats, we look after them, we say hello. It means the cat spirit is our protector. Anywhere we go, in this physical body, in the etheric world, the cats will come and protect me. They are friends. But a cat is not a vegetarian. Does that mean a cat is evil? Are you going to deny all the carnivorous animals? They shouldn't be alive. Yeah, you see what happens if you've only got herbivores. They won't be the world. You cannot have life. It won't be life. Delicate balance. You love the animals, look after the animals, and you eat the animals, and you love it when you eat the animals. It's delicious. Nothing wrong with that. No guilt. No shame. It's very hard to understand this if you're vegetarian. And it's instinctive. Again, you have to do some research. You look at this. Babies. Again, the indigenous people will feed the babies animal products, meat. The mother will chew it and then spit it out, give it to them. We can't understand this now. But even here, I've seen you watch videos of babies eating meat. Bacon. They love it. Even a baby, they love it. Oh, bacon. Baby, give them vegetables. They hate it. Oh, you see how many babies don't give me these damn vegetables. Yeah, give them some bacon. You see. Oh, they'll love it. Instinctive. The body knows. And the baby's got no concept of good and evil. Oh, I've killed a pig. They don't even know what it is. They know there's energy. I need that. Body will grow. Your brain will grow. You need it to grow. The brain is 90% cholesterol, the cells. This is why it's a psyop. They tell you that cholesterol is bad. No, you need the proper cholesterol, animal-based cholesterol. Your brain is made up of it. Deny the cholesterol, your brain will starve, and then you're shrinking down. If your brain starves, your soul will get weaker because your body cannot hold much consciousness inside it. You must have a strong brain. Then your soul can get stronger. Get strong enough, now you can have an astral body, energy body. You make friends. Make friends with the animal. When you eat the animal, you give thanks. Allow it to come inside. And now that animal, you see the spirit of the animal living inside your soul. Your little universe, inside your energy, is a paradise. You eat the animal, it goes inside the paradise. So you have a venison, that's the deer. People go, oh, I can't eat venison, it's Bambi. Yeah, it's Bambi. You eat the Bambi, Bambi now lives free in my paradise. Inside the paradise of my soul, I've got forests, I've got fields filled with deer. Beautiful deer. I've got the spirit of the deer protecting me. The white stag. I've seen the white stag as well. Powerful being of spirit. It's an animal, but it's the spirit of the deer. Made friends with it. And if you can have the wild meat is the best. Something that's lived in the wild. That's a pure, powerful spirit. That's why the shaman, the bushmen, they're very powerful. They're living a much better life than we are in this mundane technology. We're living in the matrix, an artificial constructed box, a fantasy world. And we are told to make our body weaker. Everything is to weaken us, poison us. Even this is a psyop. That's why you've got to study. You've got to look deep. So you make friends with nature. You go walking in the forest, feel the nature. You can feel it in a forest somewhere. Quiet place, magic. You think, oh, maybe there's fairies here. I'm always looking. I've never seen a fairy, not with these physical eyes. But sometimes you will even have a light being like a fairy. It's not physical, you just vanish. A little condensation of etheric energy, so condensed, it's a little light body. See, people about crystals say crystals have got little fairies, divas living inside them. It's a particular energy that can build up. And so sometimes you can see it as a little being. Psychics, they talk about this. But I don't really bother with this. It's pure energy, fluid. If you see it, you see it. It's no big deal. It's just an expression of energy. So when you connect to nature, you get closer to nature. Connect to the earth, deep down in the earth. Underground, underwater. Insects. Again, we don't like insects. Worms. Snakes. No. Snake is my guardian animal. The worms are my guardian animal. The spiders are my guardian animals. I make friends with all of these. You see, don't like those. Even the vegans, don't like those. Hang on, I thought you loved nature. You better love the worms. Go and lie down with the insects. We watch the programs. People can't sleep with the insects. I'll sleep outside. I don't mind. Okay, I don't want them crawling in me, but they won't. I've made friends with the insects, the worms. Underground, the snakes. All energy. They all have a spirit. They're not, like I said, you won't say one snake is self-conscious, but the spirit of the snake, that has got a consciousness. You make friends with it. It's powerful. Not good and evil, but powerful. And a snake is the most efficient morphology for any life. A worm and a snake. It's efficiency. So it's very fundamental, very powerful geometry. Very powerful spirit. The snake is the spine. That is the kundalini. That is the dragon. Dragon is a snake with legs. A lizard snake. But moving up to higher consciousness. And again, you have the birds, the eagle. Eagle is a very common one. I've had different birds of prey. I've had like a kestrel or something. But if you have a friends with an eagle, connect to the eagle spirit, you can go flying high, looking above the earth. The spirit of the eagle will carry you there. Now again, some creatures, you don't eat them. All to do with different levels of consciousness. Like you won't eat an eagle. Now saying that, bushmen, you find a dead one, you might. You don't kill it, but you might. See, they will also eat primates, little monkeys. Monkeys are high level. Still not human. It's a very fine line. We don't understand it. All of this is shamanic. Totally different perception of life and death. We can't see it. Requires a lot of deep meditation and connecting to your body, connecting to the earth, Mother Earth. It's emotional. Mother Nature. She will look after you, protect you. That is your body. Your body is nature. You must look after your body. Don't do what you think. What does your body need? Your body needs animal products to live. If you are a tiger, you must eat meat. You can't have a vegan tiger. You want to be a tiger. I'm a tiger. I must eat animal products. But a tiger, he won't eat another tiger. Yeah, again, there's always exceptions to the rule. See, sometimes an animal will eat their newborn children. Sometimes. Again, that's an interesting energy thing going on. It means they've lost too much energy in their process of giving birth. They need to claw back some of that energy. So they'll have to eat some of those babies straight away. I need some energy back. I'm going to die. I know I've given birth to some children, but I've lost too much spiritual energy. I need more. I eat some of them straight away so I can survive. To give birth next year again. It's not evil. We just cannot understand it. Now, saying that, remember, humans do it. Very evil. I don't want to go into it, but like I said, we do have cannibals. But that's not a good idea. It's stealing. You are stealing soul energy when you do that. Got to be careful. Even little ones, they will eat them. I don't want to say it directly. Drink the red juice. They do all that because there is life force energy. You're stealing it. You're taking it to improve your own life force. But we don't want to do that. That's the dark side. That is the dark side of the force, ignorance. It leads you down. It won't give you what you want. Not really. Ultimately, it will weaken your soul, not strengthen your soul. Difficult line. But you see, I've talked about this as well. Ancient people, they would bury the ancestors, or they'd have the ancestors. Some of them will keep the skeletons, so you can talk to them, right there. Some of them will bury the skeletons. Some of them would even take the skeletons, crush them into powder, put all the powder in a jar and bury it. And then sometimes they need to connect to the ancestors. They dig up the jar, take some of the dust from the bones, put it in liquid. They all sit in a circle, drink it, absorbing some of the body of the ancestors. But that was to connect. Then they would go into the trance and talk to the ancestors. That's not evil. Again, very difficult. All of this requires wisdom. And wisdom, very difficult to just put into words and say it all, because wisdom applies to a situation. So I'm trying to do a very general talk, but this will all apply to an individual situation. So let's do a very little meditation, see if we can find a spirit guide, animal spirit guide. And like I said, it can change. You don't have to be limited to them. You have all of them. You might already know, I want one, I want this one. I love cats, say. I'm going to have a cat. That's fine. Reach out to the cat spirit and see if you see some feedback. If you don't know, you just open. You reach out to nature and you see what animal might come back to you. So the meditation we could do, just sit back in your chair, nice and comfortable. If you can, sit nice and straight. So there's a good flow of energy through your body, but no effort. You've got to relax. No tension in the body, because that will distract you into the body. We want to go into the mind, the energy body. So you keep the physical body very still. Don't move. Comfortable and then still, so your physical body disappears. Just breathe deeply, slow down, smoothly. Even forget about the breathing. You're going deep inwards to the mind. Go inside your body. Close your eyes. Just feeling inside your body. It's not so much thinking, it's feeling. Thoughts may come. You don't worry about the thoughts. Just keep feeling. Relaxing and feeling. Relaxing and feeling. And sink down. Feel the earth beneath you. And you can imagine now you're in a beautiful place in nature. Just imagine you're sitting inside a forest. A beautiful forest. Maybe there's a stream, a river. Maybe there are fields. Maybe there are mountains. You're in a forest area, trees around. Again, you're just relaxing. Feel it. Feel this beautiful forest around you. Just start to look around in your mind. In your mind, you can walk around, looking around. You're creating a space, tuning into a space, but it is also connecting to the earth. You feel the ground beneath you. Feel the grass under your feet in this forest. Feel the air that you breathe, the fresh air. Maybe you can hear birds singing. And you just start to walk around, explore this beautiful forest inside your mind's eye. But you're also connecting to the earth, Mother Nature. There's a reality to that. And you feel a balance in your heart, a love. This nature is so beautiful. You feel so safe here. You are protected here. Mother Nature is looking after you. This is really your mother. You can think of it as Father Cosmos, Mother Earth. Light is still there, light is shining down, but you're on the ground in the forest, connecting to nature. Mother and Father are around you, protecting you. And you're just exploring, looking around. But as you look around, you just be observant and see. See if anything comes to you. Again, don't worry about your thoughts. You might be wandering, your thoughts wandering, imagining things. That's okay. Something might just pop into your mind. You might just see something. You might not. It might be confusing. Doesn't matter. Just let it happen and see what sticks. See what you see. You will know. You'll feel it. And even if you don't, it doesn't matter. This is the meditation to do. Do this when you go to sleep at night. Lie down, go to this beautiful forest. Create a paradise inside your soul. Then you're looking around, exploring it, and see what you get. And you put out love. You see, you're loving it. You're allowing yourself to feel love and spread love into this nature, into this beautiful place. And then sometimes the love comes back to you and you'll find a little spirit animal or a big spirit animal, whatever. Anything it could be. So now I'll just leave you to think for a few moments, be quiet for a few moments. 10 seconds. Just to be deep inside yourself and see what you get. So, whether you found a spirit guide, an animal came to you or not, doesn't matter. If you have, you just spend time with it, thank it. If you haven't, it's fine as well. You're connecting to nature. All of nature, any of the spirit animals is fine, but nature itself is an energy. That will also protect you. The natural forces. Put love into Mother Earth and you'll get this love bouncing back, protection. To help you build a strong energy field. But inside this energy field is this paradise. You create this paradise inside your energy field. And you try it at night. When you lie down, go to sleep, just do a bit of relaxation, build an energy field around you, go deep into this connect to Mother Nature. Protection. And then see if in your dreams you see maybe an animal spirit comes to you. And it's just nice. And then if for example, a cat, like we've got the cat, whenever we see a physical cat, yeah, it's the spirit. And sometimes when our cat goes away, we lose him for a few days, but we see other cats around the neighbourhood. Sometimes we go looking for him. And we see another cat and we say, please go and find our cat for us. We're telling the cat spirit, bring our little one back. So this is how it works. We're all connected, one energy. We're not separate beings. That's why life and death is not as important as we think. But they're different levels, different concentrations of consciousness. Self-aware singularity souls, and you have group souls. And all of them are ultimately connected. Anyway. So, I hope this made sense. Please do let me know any questions or comments, and please feel free to share your experience if you had one. But no pressure, of course. No pressure, of course. So thank you so much for your time and listening to me, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.